how to protect yourself spiritually is the number one question I get asked. Now, I'm not surprised because every negative thing that happens in your life comes from some sort of energy. And most of that energy, it starts with people around you, starts from your childhood. And if you've got negativity around you, that energy's entered you. And then that can carry with you. And then you continue to attract negative energy and negative people and negative situations. Well, how to protect yourself from this negative energy is a long discussion. But I'm going to give you a short discussion on giving you some tips on how to protect yourself. I know this subject very well. I'm the founder of Forensic Healing. My name is Marie Sarasso, and I've worked with people and I read their energy field. That's what Forensic Healing does. It reads an energy field to find out the source of why something happens to somebody. It's not always a simple answer, but there's generally some obvious answers why someone attracts negativity. There will always be a message in it. And if you miss the message on why something happened to you, then likelihood it can happen again. So you always get a message. So if you've got someone negative around you, you need to understand why they're around you, and pain will cause you to start looking. Often we walk around oblivious until the pain hurts us too much. So if you do have a intuitive gut feeling about somebody or a place or an object, something you've received, then don't dismiss it, because that's what you need to rely on. Your gut instincts is the priority in anything, because logically you can reason anything out, but when you combine a gut instinct and it's a strong instinct, you must act on it. The intention and purpose of your life is to grow yourself spiritually and grow these instincts, because the instincts is going to guide you. Okay, so now first and foremost, if you think you've got negative energy around you, it will show up in bad luck, financial issues, relationship issues, health issues, issues with your children, your animals, issues with your house. It just shows up. Now, the last one I just dealt with was just the other day, and that was a girl, and she's got a 4-year-old daughter, and the daughter had high fever so bad it wasn't eating, and it was taken to the doctors. They ran all these tests, and there was nothing. So, I do what I do, like you read the energy field, and I go, well, it's coming from this person. And she said, yes, I had a gut instinct about this person, and this person is jealous of me. And I go, well, and I said, how often do you see this person? They said, well, every weekend, because they're with the in-laws. And I go, well, first and foremost, we got to take the curse off, because when it gets to the extent that, it's really bad, like your child's super sick, high temperature, not eating, so you need to address it. So I take the curse off, which is what you need to do first and foremost. Then you need to protect yourself. But she said, so jealousy will want that other person to to fail. And if they're competitive, they will want everything to go wrong for that other person, and they feel better. Well, that's something. Okay, so anyway, once we removed the curse, and then I said to this person, you need to remove contact details, social media connections, all the presents they've given you, any stuff they've given you, which sounds like they gave them, clothes for the child and things like that. Well, that's an energy when they're giving a gift of going, oh, here's my gift for your child, but yet they're secretly wanting their life to go bad and their child to be sick so that, they can feel better about themselves. Well, that's placing a curse on a vulnerable soul, because a 4-year-old is vulnerable. A 4-year-old can't, protect themselves. So, need to, physically what you can do is you delete all the connections, because it's like a cord, it's like a channel, it's like when you've got any connection of any sort, even if you're around people they know and people they hang out with, that is that way that they can get in and get to you energetically. That's why if there's people that are negative and I know other people that speak to them or are connected to them, I have to remove myself, and I will tell those people, I need to remove myself from you because you are with people that are attacking me and you are a weak link for me. And I will say, if you want to be part of forensic healing and you want to be successful, you want to be a practitioner, yet you still hang out with people that are negative, well, how is that possible? It's out of integrity. How is that possible that you can succeed when they secretly want me to fail and therefore you to fail? You've got to get off the fence. All the fence sitters suffer and struggle. So I move away from fence sitters because I need to be protected. I need to have no weak links, and you are the same. So that means letters and emails and presents and places they go. All of those things you need to extract yourself from until you get yourself in a different place, until you get the message, until you're energetically aligned, and the universe will take care of protection for you. It starts to, pave a way for you to be more free and not to have to struggle so much. I've had people, it was about 10 years ago, where somebody, I knew they were mad at me, and mad at me, and and I had my cat, and I posted a picture of my cat on social media, and I knew they were looking at my cat. And I posted it because I was so happy about my cat, because I love cats, right? It was my mama's boy, Warnie. And I remember hugging him, and he's like being so cute. And I'm like, it was very, very strange moment, because I remember feeling so happy and so joyful of being in love with my beautiful cat. He was just so cute. And here he is in my arms, and I'm just on my chair looking at him, and I'm going, life could not get better than this. And in that moment, he started to have this kind of nightmare. And then in a second, he wakes up, and then he puts his big fat claw across my face and scratched my nose, and blood splurted out everywhere, and the pain was incredible. But I saw her face. And I thought, yeah, you're mad, and I can see it. I know it. I can feel it. And apparently this person, practiced black magic, I found, behind the scenes. But this example is not uncommon. I have fallen over when I've gone for a run, and I've had the face of the person come to me with their anger, and I know they're angry. So I've learned a lot about what people's energy can do. Especially if someone's a channeler of energy. So if they're out of sync, then they can be dangerous, and that's why you need to have your boundaries. Protecting yourself is really important, but it needs to be starting internally. You need to have nice boundaries. You need to not care about if they're mad or not. You have to some people won't do the things I tell them to do. I'll say, well, you know what? For you to succeed, these are the things that you'll need to do. And it's those people that choose to say, I put my spirituality first, I put my safety first, I care about my feelings, the people that progress. I've never seen anybody that's gone the other way, because they just get eaten up. They stay in the negativity, and that's just like a big swirling pot of toxicity. Never seen it work, not to this day. And I felt the effects of what it is to be around negativity. So, all right. So first, I've given you some clues. You need to remove the negative energy that's originally put on you. And then you need to get rid of all your connections. Now, the next thing that you can do is create a ritual. It's almost like a spell of protection. Now, spells can be used in the negative, and spells can be used in the positive. Magic can be used in the negative and used in the positive. So what I have is this. I have a crystal grid. Here it is. And this is a crystal in the middle of it is a card of forensic healing. And then there are crystals around it, but they're all connected. So that means that there's a connection of each of the stones that will protect and keep any negativity out of forensic healing and myself. What you can do is do a crystal grid. The other great thing is if you get a photo of yourself or your family or your child or your animal, whoever's sick or whatever you're trying to protect, and then you can link around healing stones, little figurines of fairies, and you link them in a circle. They have to be all touching without a space around your frame, and put it on your mantle. And you can also say use beads. If you've got some beautiful beads that are clean beads, that you've purchased and they feel right, you can put those beads around that picture frame, and that will keep that energy protected, because there's no little gaps in, no gaps that can get in. So that's why it's important that groups that you're in, are a contained group of energy. Anything that you're contained in, anything that you jump into is a contained group of energy. I remember one girl, she was like scary as, and she created this thing called a bubble, and she put me in it, and what she did is confine me in a group of entities. There was entities in there, and I jumped right out of there. It was, and everyone I noticed who was in that group got super sick, and they've I don't even know what's happened to them since. That's a long time ago. So, and you need protection. So you do need to connect, and you can't just go, I'll be an island and be on my own, because we're all one. So we all need to connect. And this is exactly why, I'll have a good apple policy. It's like no negativity. We are one. So what I wish for you, I wish for myself. And I need people that are not competitive and keep an integrity. And there it keeps really safe. And I am a stickler for it. I'm a stickler for it. It's not an easy journey to take, an energy healing route, and to be, an alternative therapist, and to channel energy, because you're opened up to all sorts of things. And I know that people will say the same. The moment they take this spiritual journey, it's amazing. However, it's the hardest thing they can ever do, because you start connecting yourself, and you start feeling what has been done to you, and whose energy is in there, and the trauma and the stress, and it's just crazy. So summarizing what you need to do to protect yourself is, first and foremost, remove the negative energy, clean it out, go see a healer, do what you got to do to get it out. Then to disconnect all connections to them in every way. And if you see them all the time, you need to set boundaries and say, hey, you know what? Your energy is affecting me, and here are my boundaries, and stick to them. Don't just say it, you stick to them. You give consequences. And so yes, and disconnect, block all of that stuff, get rid of letters, clean up, remove the energy of them from your life. And then find the message. Okay, so what did I learn? I learned that I need to follow my gut instincts. I learned that I made the wrong decisions. Yeah? So I learned that I should value myself more. I learned that my energy is, pure and great. I learned that this costs me when I don't. Whatever it is, you get all those messages and you go, well, I'm not doing that again. And that will be, a journey going forward. And be mindful of how you feel about things. How am I feeling about this? And you ask yourself, how am I feeling? Does this feel good? Is this energy good? Is this clean? Is this in integrity? Is this giving my power? All of those things. And you will be on your journey to your greatness. Okay, so I hope that's helped with a few clues about how to protect yourself spiritually. It is very important that you do. I didn't realize the importance of it. The more I do this work, the more I understand that I need to, keep myself protected. My ritual in the morning is I open the case, which is I open to organic healing, pure organic sources, protection, divine guidance. I do an opening of the case as we do in forensic healing. I open it in the morning and I close it at night, which means I clean up any energy and I remove stuff. I do a meditation. I do a sort of just a spiritual cleanse. I do rituals that keep myself nice and clean, and I've noticed the more I've done this, the better my life is, especially in this line of work. Okay, so take care. I hope this has been helpful, and sending you beautiful, clean, protective, loving, divine energy. Take care.
We're in Venice, a beautiful bookstore, and I found about this through a website, and I've always looking for things about energy, and I also watch some videos on energetic feeling and forensic healing, so I got very interested in it, and I found out about this tonight and brought myself over. It was an amazing experience to just be here, and I wasn't expecting to be part of the healing process, but when I got chosen to participate, it felt amazing to be able to be there and receive a healing that otherwise I think I would just keep the stress in my body and not knowing what it was.
Show me the pain. It's here?
Like right here, all the way.
And it gets, what is it right now? What level?
Right now it's probably at 7. It's just a very burning sensation.
Burning sensation.
I went to the doctor a while ago and he's like, it's just stress. Just take some Tylenol.
How many years did you have it?
Like almost 4 years.
Right. Doesn't go, does it? All right, so let's have a look. This voodoo and curses is now void and cancelled. I choose to be released. Free forever. From this point forward. This is it leaving, by the way, so it's okay. This is how intense this was on her. It's leaving her body. All right, I'm going to ask Alicia, what number pain level? 10 is a lot, 0 is none. 0. What number is your stress? She go to sleep. She's a 0, first time ever.
The pain is gone on my neck. There's no words to describe Marisa. I think she's amazing. Just